Hey everybody, it's Jepse. Today we're going to be taking a look at the KVD 67 Lite. The one that you see on screen right now is actually the alu version, which you can buy separately, like the aluminum case with like a nice brass weight, and it's kind of like makes it a bit heavier, more premium feeling, and all that jazz. This actually has Aurora clears from Wuche Studios, which also I'm affiliate down below. There's a link in case you ever buy anything from them. Please use my link. That'll help the channel out and myself out greatly, so I can try my best to produce more shorts and long form content for all of us. So we're going to take it apart. We're going to be modding this board 3 different ways and just trying to see what sounds the best. Here's just some, I believe it's called PX foam sheets, super thin. We're going to use Polyfill as our first modification today. It's actually really good to reduce a lot of hollowness that you have in boards, whether plastic or metal / aluminum, and it works wonders. So I put a good amount in. I would just be careful, especially because a lot of the Polyfill strands can get everywhere and can kind of break off. So if you're really anal about that kind of stuff, I would just, be extra careful when applying this and how much you use. So we're going to keep the same config, same alu case, same keycaps and switches, and we're just going to see how it sounds, if there's any difference at all or not. So I know that there was a bit of music in the beginning, but this next sound test we're going to hear if this Polyfill actually did anything or makes it sound any crispier or, reduces that nice that hollow sound in the case. So here we go. So all in all, I think the Polyfill did its job. I know that there wasn't a lot of hollowness to begin with. However, I can definitely feel that you hear more of the plate and the switches mostly. So the next one we're gonna do is a very cheap one. This Polyfill one was probably just as cheap in terms of the price of Polyfill and how much you get in bulk, but we're going to use the tape mod which was invented or made popular by Tempest. This time around, we're only going to be using 2 layers. I personally don't like going more than 2 layers. For one, it's hard to close the case whenever you fit the board back in, and 2, it's just a lot of tape. So we're just going to use 2 layers today. We're going to keep the Polyfill in there though, just because we're kind of just adding on and adding on. I will remind everyone that we're using a palm plate for this config. I should have said that earlier, but this is the palm plate with tape and Polyfill. So with the configuration that we already had, I wanted to see how it would sound like with tactile switches. So these are lubed and filmed Glorious Pandas. I think my first ever switch, I lubed and filmed like 110 of them or something like that. Let's take a listen. So I don't really know what it is, but using tactile switches with tape mod and and all the mods that make the board quote unquote poppy or thocky. It just hits a little different. But I digress. We're going to be switching out the plate from Palm to PC. Usually when you buy this kit from either Divinity, KBD Fans, anywhere you can get this board, really, it comes default with the PC plate. So I think PC kind of brings up more of those deeper sound signatures and those deeper frequencies. And one thing I forgot to mention is I did put switch films like a long time ago, and I haven't really opened the board under the switches since. So those were in there, and I feel like they also could contribute to making a board sound a little bit more poppier and thockier. All those funny buzzwords that we like to use to describe keyboard sounds. Here it is, Polyfill Tape Mod PC plate with all the same switches. Actually, let's try the tactile switches. That sounds better. Well, my dog doesn't like the sound of this board. However, let's just look at the pros and cons. Pros, cheap, affordable, pretty decent budget option. And the cons are, even though you customize it and mod it, might not sound as good, but other than that, it's fine. So thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Later.